When opening a project template which has been created on a different computer, you may find Cubase is trying to recall certain audio preferences of the original machine. This can sometimes cause Cubase to disconnect the outputs for that specific project file, so we need to simply make sure we reconnect them in order to get sound. To do this, we need to open up our audio connections. This can be done by pressing F4 on the keyboard or going to Studio, Audio Connections. Navigate to the Outputs tab, and as you can see, our audio device is not connected. To reconnect your device, simply click on the Not Connected box and select your audio interface. When enabling one of the instrument tracks for the first time, you may find the Play engine gives you a pop-up dialog asking for the location of your sample library. This is because the template has been created on a different machine, and the Play engine is trying to recall that old location. We need to simply tell it where the new location is. In this instance, Play is trying to search for this particular brass patch, so I need to tell the Play engine where the brass samples are located on my machine. To do this, simply click on the Locate folder, then search through your computer to the location of where the samples are stored. In this instance, I open the root directory for Platinum Complete, then navigate to the Platinum Brass Sample folder and then click OK. Play will then realise this is where all of the brass samples are stored and ensures that it'll remember to look at this location for when you enable another patch in the brass library. You may find you need to repeat this step for the other sections of the orchestra and then save the template afterwards. Usually though, the Play engine will remember the brass location and when loading other patches will point to the other respective folders. When working with the template, it's important to understand the two different types of approach. There are individual articulations which are loaded onto an individual instance of Play. These are known as split patches. Here we can see I'm loading up a single articulation for the piccolo trumpet. In this case, it's the legato sustains. And you can also see in the list the other individual articulations for the piccolo trumpet. Most Play libraries also include what's known as key switch patches. When loading a key switch patch, it'll take lots of the individual articulations of an instrument and give you the ability to switch between those different articulations utilizing expression maps. With any Play template, the expression maps have already been created for your convenience and applied to these key switch patches, so there's no need for you to set anything up. Patches that utilize expression maps are labeled as KS on the instrument track. When you enable the instrument track, the expression map will be activated. You can check this by going to the inspector and expanding the expression maps tab. If you are unable to see the tab, click on the setup cog icon and check the expression map box. To start working with a key switch patch, simply score in some MIDI data or record a performance, then open up the piano roll for the track. To view the expression map articulation switches, simply create a new lane by clicking the plus sign and selecting Articulations and Dynamics. This will bring up a list of all the current available articulations for the key switch patch. You can trigger the switches by simply clicking on the lanes for the notes and choosing what articulation you would like to switch between. And when you press play, Cubase will use the expression map to change between the different articulations of the patch. It's important to note that with some East-West libraries, they do not provide key switches for all of the instruments and articulations. However, the ones that are provided have had expression maps created for and set up for your convenience in the template.